Okay, class, I just finished mixing the orange, and you can see it really is looking good with the other colors. And now, again, while I'm waiting for that to dry, I already had my green being mixed around, and now I'm painting that first on a tab, and you can see what a nice solid finish that is. And so I go back up here again, and again, it dries lighter. So I have confidence that, this is definitely the right color for that. So I just go back to where I'm here, and right there it's the yellow green. So I'm mixing that right in there, wiping off my thing, getting a little bit more paint on this, and it's gonna go right in there. So the next color that we're mixing, is gonna be the violet. People call it purple, violet, and again, it's in between the two primary colors, so I'm going to use my blue and red. But I'm going to really use my red as the base, because sometimes if you start with the blue, it gets very dark. And we do have a red violet, which will help, and we can use that. So here I go. This brush is good because it's sturdy enough to be a mixing brush, and light enough to go through the lines. Okay, so here I go again with the mixing. So really get that pigment mixed up in there, stirred up a bit, and we're going to do just like what we did on the other ones. So here I had this color right now. Now again, is it too red? I think it is. So you can see, like right here, I'm pretty much off. And I guarantee you, every time you mix the violet, you're going to get some shade of brown. But this is where you just have to be patient. And so I just know, and I can feel in my gut that this one just isn't working that way. So I'm just going to add a bit more blue. It'll give it a little bit more onto that side. And look already, class, it's just making that change. So again, in the meantime, I really don't want to use up any time that I don't have to, because again, some of the projects that I do in real life, some of the wallpapers and some of the fabrics, they might have 25 colors. So I have to mix all those. So it's really important for me to, work on 3 or 4 at a time. Because otherwise you'll spend the whole day just mixing color. So again, we're going in between these now. I'm going to wait for my violet, but in the meantime, I've already got my orange mixed. I've already got my yellow mixed. So these are the tertiary colors. They're the next in line. So think of the colors as pretty much in 3 different degrees. Okay. So I know I've got this wonderful yellow that I just mixed quite a bit of. I put that in another pot. I've got another nice clean thing of water. No, it's not. And then I'm just going to put a dab of that orange in there, okay? Because we want to get that wonderful yellow-orange pigment. So here we go. Again, it's going right in here. Now, I'm going to just call it. I mean, that is so close. And again, I'm comparing it to my orange. And if I feel at the end, that might be too close, then I'll just either do another paint over on the orange, or just mix a little bit more red in it, okay? But I think this could do the trick. Right now they're looking a little alike, but this one's going to dry a little, probably a little bit on the darker, lighter side actually. So again, I'm mixing my colors. I've got another wash thing over here to really make sure that that's clean. Now let's go back to this purple we were making before, okay? So I'm letting the orange dry. Let's go back to this purple we were making. Again, does this stand up enough? No, I'm still in the brown zone. So you can see right here, that's just you could almost go, it's probably easier for me to go to red violet on this. So I'm actually, I'm going to change gears and make that a red violet. Because it's really closer to that. So again, in this case, it needs more red. Just put that paint in there and get that new chip. And you can see it starts turning red already. And now again, you can see it's still not going to the violet side. So I'm not even going to wait for it to dry, because I know that it just needs another hint of blue. Because remember, when you only have a few colors to mix from, you know you can add other tones, you know, for this exercise, okay? So I'm just going to go right over this, and hopefully that'll be on its way. Now, we also know we just made the yellow orange, and while it's drying, I notice it's probably not deep enough, or it just needs more yellow. Because here I have yellow and I have orange, so I gotta just make sure that this guy turns into a nice yellow orange. Again, just put a hint of water in this. Just get a little bit more of that nice yellow in there. So I'm going to paint that over, and it definitely has more of a yellow orange. Definitely reads more on the yellow side now. Now, after I had said that before, my orange is actually looking a little too not quite deep enough. So I am going to just put just a little dab of red in this, okay? And then this way, I'm going to make myself I'm painting that over, and now you can see the difference, what happens. And again, when you play with this, you'll get used to this. Now you can see, I've got a real yellow here. I've got a nice yellow orange here. Now I've got a great orange. It was a little light before. Now I'm going to make a red orange, which would be quite easy. Knowing I'm kind of at the end of this one, I'm going to just put a tab of that in here to get that orange base like we had. And now I'm going to just dip my brush in there, and this way I'm going to get a really nice red orange. And I can see the color working already. Yeah, that looked good. Okay. So really, God, we're over halfway done this wheel, and you can see the difference. They all have differences now. I'm going to try a little bit more on this yellow one, and then we're going to hit those violets, which are usually the tougher colors to mix. Okay.